Freedom has an address, and it's spelled Montana. This is the last of the untamed lands, where bison still thunder across golden plains. Where rivers slice through mountains like silver veins of life. Where storms roll for miles, and the sky feels endless enough to lose yourself in. It's not a land of convenience, it's a land of courage. Out here, nature isn't tamed, and neither are you. The wind howls like a song, and the land listens. You'll find trails that test your limits and vistas that steal your breath. Every horizon feels like an open invitation to keep going. Montana doesn't just exist, it roars. And if you let it, it'll awaken something wild within you. Because once you've stood beneath that big sky, you'll understand. Freedom isn't a dream, it's a direction. And it always leads here. This is Exploring Montana, the land of endless horizons and untold stories. Landscapes and nature. Legend whispers that somewhere deep in the western Rockies, a hidden cave glows blue at midnight, a place locals say no compass can ever point to. Montana's western skyline is dominated by the colossal Rocky Mountains, their snow-capped peaks slicing through the clouds like ancient guardians of stone and ice. These mountains hold valleys so vast and untamed that even the echo of your voice seems to disappear into the wind. Flathead Lake stretches across the north like a mirror of the heavens, its crystal clear waters reflecting forests, peaks, and skies so pure they seem unreal. Fed by mountain springs and ancient glaciers, the lake's depth and stillness evoke a quiet power, timeless and untouchable. Some say the spirits of the land still wander these waters at night, their reflections flickering like starlight upon the surface. From these highlands, the mighty Missouri River is born, beginning its long journey eastward across the nation, carving history through canyons and prairies. Beyond the mountains, the eastern plains of Montana unfold endlessly, a sea of golden grasslands under an ocean of sky. In the hush before dawn, the plains seem to breathe, a living expanse where past and present merge beneath the pale light. The land feels infinite, painted with the shifting colors of sunrise and dusk. Where bison once thundered across the earth. Deep beneath the hills, the Lewis and Clark caverns twist into the dark, dripping with ancient secrets carved by time and water. Glacier National Park rises like a frozen kingdom, with icy rivers, jagged peaks, and turquoise lakes that gleam beneath the northern sun. Bowman Lake, hidden among dense pines, reflects the mountains like a dream, still, clear, and almost sacred in its silence. Here, silence isn't emptiness. It's a voice, older than mankind, echoing through stone and snow. To the east, the strange landscapes of the Badlands stretch out, eroded cliffs and sandstone towers shaped by millions of years of wind and rain. They look otherworldly, as if a piece of Mars fell upon the American frontier. Driving along Beartooth Highway feels like touching the sky itself, as every curve opens to a new horizon of glaciers, cliffs, and endless blue. And when the sun dips below the horizon, Montana's Big Sky Country reveals its magic, a twilight so wide and luminous it feels like eternity. Here, earth and sky blur into one boundless canvas, whispering stories only nature could tell. Montana doesn't just show you beauty, it makes you feel the heartbeat of a living, breathing wilderness, wild, vast, and eternal. Wildlife and the natural world. Montana, the land where the wind carries whispers of the wild, is a sanctuary where nature still rules and every heartbeat echoes through endless valleys. The mighty grizzly bears, with their raw power and unshakable presence, roam these forests like living legends, standing as the ultimate symbol of Montana's untamed spirit. In the early dawn mist, their silhouettes move like shadows of ancient kings, ruling a realm untouched by time. Across the golden prairies, massive herds of bison thunder across the plains, their movement shaking the earth beneath them, a breathtaking reminder of the America that once was. Dust rises like smoke from a battlefield of hooves, as the heartbeat of the herd becomes the pulse of the land itself. Wolves, once gone for decades, have made a triumphant return, their haunting howls restoring balance to an ecosystem that long awaited their call. Their cries slice through the stillness of winter nights, a sound both lonely and divine, echoing across frozen valleys. High above the snow-tipped peaks, the bald eagle, America's proud emblem, glides effortlessly, eyes sharp and wings wide, a living tribute to freedom itself. Each wingbeat carries centuries of resilience, soaring over rivers and cliffs like a spirit watching over the nation's wild heart. In the deep woods, moose, black-tailed deer, and mountain lions weave through the shadows, playing out the timeless dance of predator and prey beneath ancient trees. Here, silence is sacred, broken only by the rustle of leaves or the distant crack of a branch beneath unseen steps. Along the crystal waters of the Flathead River, bright red salmon shimmer as they fight upstream, their journey a stunning miracle of endurance and life. To witness their struggle is to glimpse the raw poetry of survival, a ritual older than memory, written in water and will. Montana's wildlife refuges stretch for hundreds of miles, offering safe haven to creatures that thrive only where wilderness still breathes freely. Locals still whisper the tale of old Ephraim, the giant grizzly said to have once ruled these mountains, a creature so fierce, it became legend itself. Some claim his spirit still roams beneath the moon, his heavy footfalls echoing faintly through pine and snow. When winter arrives, the state transforms into a frozen paradise where wolf tracks lace the snow and elk calls echo across silent, moonlit fields. In this raw and rugged land, nature doesn't just survive, it performs. Every sunrise feels ancient, and every shadow tells a story written in fur and snow. If you plan to explore Montana's wild side, pack binoculars and always keep a safe distance. Wild encounters here are beautiful, but they're real. This is Montana, fierce, free, and forever alive beneath the boundless sky. history, and heritage. They say Montana remembers everything, from the footsteps of ancient hunters 12,000 years ago to the crackle of gold pans in icy streams. The Crow, Blackfeet, and Sioux tribes once painted this land with culture, courage, and spirit, their traditions rooted deep like the cottonwoods by the Yellowstone. Stories of the buffalo hunts still drift across the plains, told by wind and firelight. Every valley and ridge carries a name older than English, whispered in languages that once ruled the mountains. Yet somewhere near Pryor Mountains lies an enigma. Strange rhythmic drum sounds that echo at night, though no human stands nearby. Locals call it the Singing Earth, a riddle science has yet to solve. Some say it's the heartbeat of the land itself. Others, the echo of ancient ceremonies that never ended. When the 19th century gold rush swept in, men with dreams larger than the horizon came here, leaving behind towns that glimmered and vanished like dust. They built saloons faster than churches, chasing fortune through mud and snow. Virginia City still holds its breath, a relic of ambition where every creaking board tells of gamblers, gunslingers, and forgotten love letters. Ghosts linger behind shuttered windows, replaying the fevered nights when gold ruled men's souls. The Lewis and Clark expedition sliced through the wilderness in 1805, charting a route that would ignite America's hunger for the frontier. They saw rivers unspoiled, skies unbroken, and tribes whose wisdom was older than any map. At the heart of trade stood the old forts, where beaver pelts were bartered for rifles, whiskey, and whispered secrets. Those smoky rooms became crossroads of two worlds, one fading, one being born. The echoes of Little Bighorn still rise with the summer heat, a field of valor and sorrow where Custer met his fate. The earth there feels heavy, as if it still remembers the clash of courage and consequence. Butte's underground veins of silver once pulsed with human sweat and metallic dreams, lighting up cities across a young America. Tunnels stretched for miles beneath the ground, a labyrinth of ambition and danger. Today, Missoula's Native Heritage Museum gathers those memories, weaving them together like a sacred song of endurance. Every artifact, every drumbeat, feels like a heartbeat refusing to fade. And when Montana became the 41st state in 1889, it didn't just join the Union, it gifted America a soul carved from wilderness and memory. Even now, when the sun sets over the Rockies, you can almost hear the land exhale, timeless, untamed, and alive. Local cuisine and flavors. If the American West were a movie, Montana's food would be its most unforgettable scene. Imagine the sizzle of beef and venison over open flame, sparks flying into the big sky as if the stars themselves were hungry. The meat, seasoned with nothing but salt, smoke, and pride, becomes a testament to survival and simplicity. Then, there's the legendary huckleberry pie, wild, purple, and rebellious, baked from fruit found only by those willing to explore the backwoods. Each bite tastes like freedom wrapped in pastry. On riverbanks and lodges, cedar plank salmon crackles over fire, infusing the air with the clean scent of mountain cedar. Its flavor is a bridge between land and water, a balance of strength and grace. Even Montana's humble breads, sunflower seed loaves and buttery biscuits, carry a quiet defiance, born from pioneer grit. Craft breweries transform barley and glacier-fed water into liquid stories, told one pint at a time. And deep in the mining towns, you'll find pasties, hearty hand pies that once fueled men who carved dreams from rock. Montana BBQ smokes slow, drawing from hickory wood that burns with patience and purpose. In small-town diners, you'll still find grandmothers serving recipes passed down through generations, their flavors unchanged by time or trend. Then, like a final act, the glacier apple pie appears, crisp, golden, and perfect, its sweetness as fleeting as a mountain sunset. Every meal here feels like a homecoming, a reminder that the wild can nourish not just the body, but the soul. Summer festivals fill the valleys with the sound of sizzling beef, laughter, and live country bands. Old steakhouses glow under neon signs, their walls lined with decades of stories and faces. To eat here is to participate in a living legend, one that doesn't need fancy plating to impress. Travel tip: always pair your meal with local beer. Montanans say the mountain air changes the flavor, and they're not wrong. Because in this state, food isn't just prepared, it's performed, lived, and celebrated under an endless sky. Montana's cuisine is its anthem: bold, smoky, and absolutely unforgettable. Culture and festivals. Montana's culture is not performed on a stage. It's lived in open fields, small towns, and the smiles of its people. Rodeo season turns the prairies into theaters of bravery, where riders chase the spirit of the Old West with dust flying and hearts pounding. It's more than competition. It's community, a gathering of families, old friends, and strangers united by cheers and shared pride. At the same time, powwows bring ancient rhythms to life, where Native American drums echo through the plains like the heartbeat of the earth itself. Here, you feel history, not through words, but through motion, song, and color. Folk and bluegrass tunes drift through taverns and summer festivals, carrying tales of love, land, and longing. These melodies are simple but sincere, as if the wind itself is humming along. Artists carve wood and leather with patience, crafting pieces that reflect both survival and grace. During frontier days, locals dress like their ancestors, cooking over open fires and retelling stories passed down through generations. The smell of hay and horses fills the air, reminding everyone that the past still lives here. Painters of Montana chase light like it's a living thing, capturing golden sunsets and endless plains on canvas. Filmmakers, too, have long been captivated. A river runs through it showed the world that Montana's beauty can break your heart and heal it all at once. Modern galleries showcase indigenous innovation, tradition reborn with bold vision and new voice. At the state fair, kids pet newborn calves while their parents trade stories of harvest and heritage. And through every event, that unspoken value persists. Freedom isn't just a right here, it's a way of life. Travel tip: to truly experience Montana's festivals, plan your trip around late summer when both the powwows and county fairs bloom in full swing. Bring cash, a cowboy hat, and an open heart. Locals love when visitors join in the dance rather than just watch. Because in Montana, you don't just see culture, you become part of it, even if only for a moment. And when you leave, the rhythm of its drums will still echo in your memory. Flora and ecosystems. Montana's landscape breathes through its forests, vast seas of pine, fir, and birch that whisper ancient lullabies to the wind. These towering sentinels stretch endlessly across the state, painting the mountainsides in shades of emerald and gold as the seasons shift. Hidden deep within these forests lies a mysterious valley where certain trees seem to glow faintly at dusk, a phenomenon scientists have yet to fully explain. The bitterroot flower, delicate yet resilient, blooms with soft pink petals that once guided native tribes to fertile ground. It is not merely a plant, but a symbol of endurance, rebirth, and quiet strength that defines Montana's untamed soul. During summer, wildflowers spill across the meadows like a painter's dream. Lupines, Indian paintbrushes, and daisies swaying beneath the endless sky. Every breeze seems to carry their perfume across the rolling plains, filling the air with a living sense of color. For centuries, indigenous healers turned to sage, mint, and juniper, sacred herbs used for cleansing, healing, and spiritual connection. Their knowledge of plants was profound, passed down like songs that echo through the canyons. In the Bitterroot Forest Reserve, ancient white pines stand proudly, some over 400 years old, their bark etched with the stories of time. They have witnessed wildfires, rebirths, and the slow rhythm of the earth reclaiming itself. On the sunburned plains, Cacti and sagebrush thrive in silence, bending to the harsh wind yet refusing to die. High above, the glacier peaks hold forests veiled in eternal snow, a frozen kingdom where moss and pine cling to stone. Restoration projects now breathe new life into Montana's burned lands, where volunteers plant seedlings like tiny promises to the future. In every corner, nature reclaims her rhythm, slow and certain. The people of Montana still honor their ancestors' traditions, brewing herbal teas from wild mint and burning sage to purify the spirit. Each leaf, each petal, carries a memory older than any written story. Here, the plants are not background. They are the heartbeat of the land itself. They are Montana's living breath, tender, fierce, and eternal. Mysteries and legends. Montana's legends are not written in books. They're whispered by the wind, carved into stone, and sung by the rivers that never forget. At Flathead Lake, generations have spoken of a serpent-like creature that emerges on calm evenings, its back gliding silently across the water's mirror-like surface. Treasures lie buried under the hills near Helena, where bandits from the gold rush vanished without a trace, leaving behind only rumors and restless spirits. In Butte and Virginia City, time itself feels haunted. Old hotels and saloons echo with laughter that's been gone for a century, as if the past refuses to die. The crazy mountains tell of ancient giants who once roamed the earth. Protectors turned legends, their presence still felt in sudden gusts of icy wind. Deep in the Yak forest, strange glowing orbs drift between trees, like souls of the forest themselves, watching silently as humans pass through their domain. Old railroads recall the Tunnel of Thieves, sealed by collapse but never forgotten, where local children dare each other to listen for the ghostly train that still passes by at midnight. Many travelers speak of the Lady in White, who appears at roadside cliffs, weeping for a lover lost to the mountains. Her story changes, but her sorrow always remains. The Crow people's ancient rituals carry the weight of generations, their chants rising with smoke to honor the unseen guardians of the plains. In 1950, Great Falls witnessed something no one could explain. Silver discs in the sky, silent and swift, reminding humanity how small we truly are. The natives say that every mountain has a soul, and when the wind howls through the canyons, it's the voice of those spirits speaking back. Some nights near Glacier Park, campers awake to faint drumming from the distance, though no one is there when they look. In the mining town of Garnet, footsteps echo across empty porches, as if the old miners still walk home after their shift. Locals near Livingston tell of phantom riders who gallop through the mist, their lanterns glowing like embers from another time. Fishermen swear they've seen faces beneath the ice of frozen rivers, watching, waiting, never melting with the thaw. There are roads where radios turn to static and compasses spin, as though the land itself is guarding its own secrets. Montana isn't just a place, it's an echo, a living myth wrapped in earth and sky. Every legend here feels alive, breathing through pine and stone, whispering to those who dare to listen. Here, the line between history and legend fades, leaving you to wonder what's real and what simply refuses to die. Because in Montana, even silence tells a story, and it's one the world may never fully understand. People and lifestyle. People in Montana carry a rugged spirit that mirrors the untamed landscapes they call home. A strength born from solitude, wind, and wide horizons that stretch forever. They live with an unshakable independence, proud of their freedom, yet grounded in simplicity and hard work that runs deep in their veins. In small, tight-knit communities scattered across valleys and mountains, neighbors greet each other by name, and strangers are rare but always welcomed with a warm smile and a firm handshake. Every town feels like family, where kindness is currency and generosity is a quiet rule unspoken but deeply felt. Many Montanans still earn their living through time-honored trades, cattle ranching, hunting, and fishing, not just as jobs, but as cultural legacies that connect generations. Cowboys here don't just exist in old tales. They're very real, herding cattle under the same sky their grandfathers once rode beneath. You'll meet weathered faces, tanned by years of sun and snow, who can read the land like an open book and navigate storms without fear. Among these rugged people, you'll also find harmony between native tribes and settlers, between tradition and progress, between solitude and togetherness. There's a sacred respect for nature that binds them all, a belief that every river, mountain, and tree has its own heartbeat. During harsh winters, when blizzards isolate whole regions, communities come alive with mutual care. People share firewood, meals, and laughter as if to keep the cold itself at bay. Stories circulate of hermits living deep in the woods, mysterious and self-sufficient, their lives a whisper of freedom and peace away from modern noise. Montana's rhythm is unhurried. It's people savoring time instead of chasing it, allowing each sunrise to stretch long and golden across their lives. Their lifestyle reflects a quiet defiance of urban chaos. No honking cars, no flashing lights, only the symphony of wind through pine trees. Cowboy boots, weathered hats, and denim jackets aren't fashion statements here. They're symbols of endurance and pride. And when you ask them who they are, they'll smile, tilt their hat, and say simply, "We're Montanans." If you plan to visit, take time to slow down. Don't rush the miles. Try chatting with locals at a roadside diner, because their stories hold more history than any museum can tell. And always carry a good jacket. Montana weather can change faster than a Mustang in the wind. Each encounter here feels like a page in a living novel, one that reminds you what it truly means to belong to the land. Landmarks and iconic architecture. In Montana, monuments don't just stand, they breathe. Every stone, spire, and bridge tells the story of resilience, vision, and a timeless bond with the land. At the heart of the story lies Yellowstone National Park, a land where boiling rivers and thunderous geysers reveal the Earth's living core. Within Montana's borders, mammoth hot springs sculpt terraces of white and gold, like nature's own architecture. Wildlife moves like ghosts through steam and snow, a reminder that this is still a kingdom untamed. Further north, Glacier National Park, crowned by UNESCO, reigns as the temple of wilderness. Glaciers carved this masterpiece, leaving behind turquoise lakes and cliffs that glow at sunset. It's a place where silence speaks louder than words, and every trail feels like a prayer to the mountains themselves. Suspended across time and space, the Kootenai Suspension Bridge hangs daringly above the river's abyss. Built in the 1950s by the U.S. Forest Service, it still stands defiant against storms and time. The view from the center of the bridge is unforgettable. Emerald waters below, endless forest around, and wind singing the song of freedom. In Helena, St. Helena Cathedral rises as Montana's spiritual heartbeat. Modeled after Vienna's votive Kirche, its Gothic towers pierce the sky, while inside, colored light spills across pews like blessings. It's a sacred contrast, the elegance of Europe meeting the rugged soul of the American West. Back in Bozeman, the Museum of the Rockies invites you to confront ancient life face to face. Here, fossils of Triceratops and T-Rex reveal a prehistoric empire that once roamed Montana's plains. The exhibit's Bridge Time, showing how a land of dinosaurs evolved into a sanctuary for discovery. Traveler's advice: visit these landmarks in late summer or early fall when crowds fade and golden aspens light the valleys. Always bring water, good boots, and curiosity. Montana rewards those who wander with open eyes. Conclusion. They call it Montana, but under its endless blue canopy, it feels like another world entirely. The Big Sky country stretches in every direction, where clouds move like ships across a sea of air. Though it's the fourth largest state in America, its small population gives space for nature to speak louder than man ever could. The land breathes with a rhythm older than cities, raw, vast, and free. Its wilderness is not empty. It's full of whispers, secrets, and an unspoken promise of peace. You come here to lose something, noise, worry, time, and find something greater. The quiet hum of the wind becomes a language, and the mountains, teachers of humility. There's a sacred stillness that seeps into you, as if Montana herself asks you to remember what it means to be alive. They say if you stay long enough, the sky starts to tell you stories, and maybe that's the real mystery of Montana. This untouched beauty draws adventurers, photographers, and wanderers like moths to a cosmic flame. From the icy crown of Glacier to the thermal breath of Yellowstone, every step feels like walking through a living dream. Missoula hums with creativity. Helena stands proud in history, and between them lies the spirit of the West itself. Every sunset here feels like a benediction, every night sky a cathedral of stars. And beneath that endless dome, you understand why people call it freedom. The slogan, "Freedom under the big sky," isn't about distance, it's about depth, about feeling infinite in your own skin. You leave Montana, but it doesn't leave you. It lingers in your breath, your memory, your sense of wonder. Travelers often say, "I'll be back," but here, it sounds more like a vow. Because no one truly finishes Montana. You only pause until you're called again. In the end, Montana isn't somewhere you visit. It's somewhere you belong.